She speaks softly, but she carries a big hammer. That's right, Transformers Age of the Primes, Solus Prime, right here on. Hey, greetings, my action figure collector aficionados. Hey, before we get started, please subscribe to the channel. Hey, like this video, share it with your fellow action figure collector aficionados. That would be a huge help to me because it helps YouTube and the algorithms and all that techie stuff. You know, it helps them share my video and suggest my video to more and more people. It helps me so much because it helps my channel grow, which in turn helps me make more content, you know, for you, the people. All right, enough of this stuff. Let's get started. All right, let's take a look at the packaging real quick. 28 steps. Nice portrait illustrations. Transformers Age of the Primes. Nice portrait over here. Same thing as usual. Same thing as usual. On the back, nice product shots. There's the forge. All the stuff about not swallowing parts because you'd be dumb. And if you check this out, they have the next couple of Prime statues. So they're just kind of making their way around. That's pretty neat. Right? All right, let's get into the figure. All right, let's check her out here. We have a great color scheme. We have nice silver and purple and gold, and even, it's really hard to tell, but inside that gold is actual yellow. Nice green eyes. Blink, 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 blink. Okay. And virtually no backpack. Very streamlined figure again. Got a port back here for weapon storage. Wheels. All right. Really cool bot mode. Very cool bot mode. So, and here is her weapon. The Forge Solus Prime. Again, it has the gold and the yellow going on in the little center there. If it would focus, come on, you can do it. Come on. Get her out of the way. Maybe that'll do it. There we go. Very nice weapon. There is a little tab here for storage on her back. You just push it through with this little tab, push it forward, and it just kind of rotates out, and they gave you these little ridges for your fingernails. That's pretty nifty. And that will store on her back like so. And she can almost, I mean, if she had opening hands, she could almost reach back and grab her weapon. So that's kind of neat. All right, so to install her weapon here, first off, this will pop off, and this is like a grenade. That'll fit in her hand. And then the top of the hammer pops off. Basically, you just got to feed it through the fist, like so, and then put the hammer back together. I'll fold the tab back in just to streamline the weapon. There you go. All right, as far as articulation, she can't do a full exorcist, but she can go all the way over to looking over her shoulder, past her shoulder. On the ball joint, she can wiggle back and forth. She can look up. She can look down due to transformation. She can look way up. Okay, her arm can do full 360 if you get the shoulder pad out of the way. Let's do to lift up that far. We've got elbow swivel. Almost a 90-degree elbow bend. Her hand, the wrist, is on a ball joint, so it'll spin all the way around and bend in. Due to the fact that she is a deluxe, we don't have the articulated fingers, so she can't hold a matrix, so that's a bummer, you know. All right, and then we have waist. articulation. That'll spin all the way around due to transformation. She can do the full splits that way. Her loincloth thing is kind of makes a forward kick kind of clunky. And she can kick back that far. She has a thigh rotation, a good knee bend. The ankles will swivel all the way around. We've got ankle tilt, of course, and then the foot will forward and back. Very nice. All right, transformation here. We're going to come to the back and we're going to move this back and out of the way as far as we can. And then this is going to swivel up what will be the front of the truck grill. And then we will swivel the noggin back and in place there. Okay. And we'll come to the inside of the arms. Open this up. These are very fragile. They're barely held on. So if you just sneeze at these guys, they will bounce off. So just be patient. Put the fist in. Over to this side. Open the door. Swivel in the fist. Straighten out the arm. And there we go. Okay, onto the loincloth thing. We will raise these guys up like this. Swivel it at the middle. Swing everything back through. Then spin this all the way around. Oop, like this. Does that look even? Yeah, that looks pretty even, right? Okay. So then we're like this, okay? Then we're going to swing the entire torso around like that. All right. I still got that. This, on my guy, the grill, that pops off real easy too. Kind of makes me crazy. All right, so onto the legs, we are going to swing the wheel up. Tuck in the heel, close the wheel, rotate this to the outside like that. Same on this side. Hinge the wheel up, tuck in the heel, close the wheel, spin it to the outside. Okay, now the next step is these tabs here. We're going to go into these slots, okay? So you're going to bend at the knee, bend at the joint just below the knee, and then you just kind of have to work that in. And this side on my guy does not like to stay together real well. And this ankle pops out on mine too. It's kind of crazy. I'll do the same on this side. Swing that up, lock it into place. Then there is a tab here and a slot here, so the legs will join together like so. Okay. Now, the next part starts to be where things kind of get a little crazy. Okay. First thing we're going to do is rock this forward a little bit. And now this panel is going to rotate out. And I have a hard time getting a hold of it. And these come apart real easy too. They just pop off with a little plastic pin. So there is a little notch. And inside here there's a little tab. And they're tiny, but you will feel it kind of pop into place where it needs to be. Okay, we'll do that on this side. Swing this guy around. This into place like so. Okay. Now we're going to rotate here at this pin here. The arms come forward like that. And then this whole assembly is going to rotate around, and it's going to snap into that peg here on the shoulder. And this part that we rotated out is going to fit in here and be the side of the fender, kind of the door, kind of sort of area. Okay, so, and when I've been doing this, this pops off too. There's just so many places this guy comes apart, or she comes apart. So let's try to not have that happen here. Okay, so that worked pretty well. Okay, and then just rotate this up for now. So we're getting there. All right. Same on this side. We'll rotate it forward. And then we're going to take this whole assembly, rock it around, and snap it into place. Then rotate the arm up. Okay, so we're getting there. Now we'll close the whole hood down. It will just sandwich down. And we're going to rock this. There's a slot and a tab here. And that snaps into place like that. There is a tab here that will see it just fall into place. A slot and a tab in the leg here. And then this is going to slide into place. This tab is going to go into the notch on the door. So just takes a little bit of finagling and not popping off the doors. It's all part of the plan. Okay, come on. Come on. There. Like that. Same on this side. Got a notch to kind of line us up a little bit. And then we get the... Oh! It came apart over there. Okay, so I'll do that over here. That'll squeeze together good. All right, folks. There you have it. There's her alt mode. So, got some nice gold and silver trim on her. It's a pretty neat alt mode. These little weird wing things. I don't know if they're supposed to go down in here like this, or if they're supposed to pop up. I just try to keep them even. See if I get it square. Yeah, it rolls. It rolls okay. Now for storage of the weapon, you can swing this out, and you can go back ahead and tab it on top like so. Or the other option is, now that you have this tab here, will go onto the back of the leg. Oh, this leg maybe. Yep. For clearance over the wheel, it's got to go like that. And there you go. All right, and this is how she scales with Voyager scale Vector Prime and leader class Megatronus. As you can see here, the Prime family is growing. I think they all looked really good all together collectively. It is odd that it seems like they're going with a lot of white and gray, right? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that, but you know, we'll see when we get all of them, right? All right, well, here's what I got to say. The pros, I think the aesthetics of both modes, I think, are really neat. They really did make a very interesting looking female bot. Great color scheme. Everything stands out really nice. I think the vehicle mode is a neat looking vehicle mode as well. But I think this figure has some flaws. You should have seen how many times I tried to make this transformation video because these door panels just pop off. If you remember Siege Starscream mold with his chest piece, didn't have the pin going through and it just popped off every time you try to connect it into Tetrajet mode. That's these guys. This should be a pin or should have been engineered differently, okay? These panels up here on the shoulders, there's nothing to grab a hold of to get them to spin, really. You have to just force them out. And the only thing holding them together, or I'll even show you because it's popped apart so many times it just doesn't matter. It's just this little pin, right? And it's so tiny, it's hard to transform. And it's hard to keep it all together while you're transforming it. Another thing is this, the fender of the truck, or shoulder pad, it's only held together by this little like mushroom friction thing. And I don't know how many times that's popped off. Okay? And it's, this figure for me, at least this model, has so many of these little things about it that it just drove me insane. And I was looking forward to this character. The other one, and it's not the same on both feet, but this foot just pops off during transformation. Just comes loose constantly. So I don't know if this figure suffered from, they had to, you know, make characters in each size class, and she should have been a Voyager, so there could have been more pins and, you know, things engineered differently that could be a little more accessible without things popping apart. The other thing is, and I know colors change due to plastic because they need to use different plastics for different parts, and I get all that, but why is this such a, and I don't know if you can see it in the camera, this is such a bold dark purple, and this is more of a faded, and it's very noticeable in truck mode, and I don't know why that is, because it looks like a mistake. It's not drastic enough for her to be a two-toned purple vehicle. So it just looks like a mistake, or they just, I don't know. This one actually bugs me more than like the Sunstreaker Bumblebee thing, because I do get the plastic, especially yellows, but I don't know about the purples. I don't know if that's the same deal or if this was on purpose. I don't know. But it really bums me out because I look real forward to this character. The best way I could describe transformation and these little panels popping off is like when you get a knockoff of a knockoff. You know, like I guess that's a fourth party type deal, or like when they, you know, it's like a third party like mini transformer that another company is now enlarged, and it like just the math and the pieces are just flimsy and pop apart. It's like a fourth party transformer up here with all these parts that just pop off, at least on my copy. I hope yours is better. I really do. I hope it is, because mine kind of sucks. And I hate to say that about any transformer. That bums me out. So maybe if I see one in the wild, I'll pick up another one and see if it has all these same issues. Maybe it's this one. I hope I was just the lucky one and got that one, you know. So you guys get the good ones. I'll take the bad one, you know. But she will be on my shelf until I can replace her with another one. So, what's on your shelf? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, keep collecting, have fun, be good to one another, and I'll see you real soon with another review right here on